Good morning and welcome to Sheffield. I'm Peter Scott and I'm a candidate in the IWA autumn election for 3 years service as a trustee. This is my second election broadcast and the first from Sheffield Basin talked about navigation and the importance to the IWA of that issue. This morning I would like to talk about membership. The IWA has always been a membership organisation. We were set up by our members almost 75 years ago. And as we come towards that anniversary in 2021, it's true to say that many of our members are coming to those personal milestones themselves. And it's noticeable that as we all get older, there is less enthusiasm for standing in muddy fields, raising money for the IWA, as I usually put it. Not only that, we have less enthusiasm for sitting on sofas like this one at committee meetings talking about standing in muddy fields, raising money for the IWA. And members are less enthusiastic to get up on a dark winter evening and go to a probably very informative talk about an inland waterways topic. We have open meetings around the country and fewer people now want to come and partake in them. We have more members then who wish to sit on their sofa, and that's no bad thing as we're getting older. What we need to do is to recognise that we have accumulated expertise in all of those members' experiences, and if we can share it, tell those who are new to the waterways that we have encountered the problems that they are encountering, that we do have ways of getting over the difficulties which they're finding, then perhaps they would like to join us. Perhaps that would be a good way of expanding the membership into a whole new set of younger members who would, well, perhaps they won't want to stand in muddy fields, perhaps they won't want to sit on committees, but it will be a new and younger and more enthusiastic IWA, and that's what we need for the future. All of us, and as a second strand of thought about members, all of us pay our subscriptions, and the trustees are most grateful for people who do that, and if that is their only contribution, that is excellent. We use those subscriptions for a range of activities, but primarily, I would say, there are 20 people who are professionals who work for us, mainly in Island House in Cheshire. And if you look back at some of the accounts of not all that many years ago, the total of subscription income could pay for all of the people who worked for us, all the desks they sat at, all the roofs we had to stop leaking. And it's not true anymore. We now rely not only on subscriptions, but on legacies of members who have died. We are extremely grateful to the families who have allowed money to be passed on to us and have facilitated that. And it would be great to have a lasting memory of all of those who have used their lifetime's earnings to give something to the IWA. But let's recognise that having a legacy-based income which supports those people who work for us, who need to be assured that for the longer term we can provide the money for them, their families and their mortgages, that we really need a better way of collecting that money together. It is better to come as a subscription income. The years which pass by create the money which we need for our current expenditure. It's the same answer. We need more and younger members to make that fully sustainable. And as a third way of contributing to the IWA as members, we need to be able to influence what the decisions of the IWA are. All of us, all the members. And we should just remember that in 2016 the annual general meeting gave all of its powers pretty much to the trustees directly. It is the responsibility of the trustees, and pretty much only the trustees, to run the IWA, and hence the importance of this election. In times gone by, IWA has been a rather fractious organisation, which is just part of our history. But it is important that we involve the members in what we do. We are a membership organisation, and over the last few years the number of people getting involved has been around the, depending how you count it, the sort of 1%, 2%, 3% number of members, and that really is a shame. To be an effective members organisation, we need more people to be involved in what we do. And there are many ways of achieving that, and modern media is just one of them, but we should use it more. We can find ways of consulting members better than we do. Let's just look at one of the things the trustees have done since that 2016 change of rules. Before then, region chairman, of which I was one, I've been doing that job since 2009, were automatically trustees, and there was that constituency link which said, if I'm involved in meetings and discussions in one part of the country, I can bring that knowledge and expertise to the trustees as part of my constituency, as all of the other region chairmen did around the country. And that's not happening anymore. Region chairmen are no longer automatically trustees, and that is part of the reason for this election this year. And I've written about it on my blog if you care to look for further details. But let's take what we have, make it better, get more members involved, get more expertise from our current membership passed on to our potential new members. It's an important way of getting the IWA fit for the future. Thank you for listening to that. I shall now continue to sit on my sofa for a bit more of the day. And behind me there have been some of the images which have appeared from my camera over the past year. There's about getting on for 500,000 Waterways images, which could do with an awful lot more classifying. But hopefully I can do that after the 3 years that I have as a trustee, and when I have a little bit more time in genuine retirement. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me in Sheffield.